We're live! Hooray! It's so exciting! I can pee.
Yay!
Hello,
Well,
sorry we're late, guys.
hello.
We were
Not on your
definitely doing very important things. So, yeah. Anyway, welcome to another Friday night writing stream. I'm going to have everybody introduce themselves, and we're going to go in the way that I see people. So, CJ.
Hi, I'm CJ Blair. I write things, and I am here because I'm Sarah's friend, and I have to be.
It did that thing again where even though the tab is muted,
Can
somebody
you
else is
hear
playing
this
too?
out here?
I can hear something.
Yeah.
Is it a man?
No, it sounded like the video repeating, but maybe it is your house.
Okay,
Yeah,
if it
I heard a man grunt.
Oh.
yeah, if it happens again, I will open the door and let the real me out.
And make it stop.
That's right.
All right. Dana, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
All right, so I am Dana Gollin, and right outside my office door, my husband's having a conversation with Minnie Monster about how pretty she is.
Aww, that's sweet.
Yeah, except it's like, you're really pretty, daughter. It is really sweet. It is.
It's sweet.
I know.
He's trying to be encouraging, and he's struggling.
He's trying.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's a good dad. Your turn, Tamara.
Hello, my name is Tamara Woods, and it's real bright over here. And I got a new keyboard, and this is going to be the first time I'm actually using it. So life is weird over here. Yeah, let me see if I can show it to you without destroying everything. Hold on.
Don't destroy everything. That's not acceptable.
Tamara Woods, destroyer of worlds.
I just happen to be real clumsy. It doesn't matter what I'm trying to do. I'm just clumsy. All right, here we go. It's this one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like those.
Yeah, it's my Microsoft Business something ergonomic keyboard that's supposed to help me not kill my wrist.
I had one at my old office, and I loved it.
It feels weird, like I'm typing downhill.
Yeah. Yeah, it will do that for a while. And then you'll never want to type on anything else.
I'm excited. All right, I'm done though.
All right, and I am Sarah Schreineber, and this is my channel, and I am not in a library. This is just a background thing that let me do, and so I'm doing it.
I thought you were in a library.
I'm not in a library. It's a library.
Okay, so I have a game. I have a game called Library, and it's spelled that way: L-I-E and then Brary. And the you're supposed to play it with like 4 or more other people, and you pull out a card, and you have the librarian, and the librarian reads the card, and they read. It's a title of the book, a description of what the book's about, the author, and I think like when it was published or something like that. And then everybody is supposed to write down what they think the first line of the book is. And the librarian writes down what the actual first line is. So it's listed there. And then you shuffle them all. And then the librarian reads them all. And you have to guess which one is the real one and which ones are the fake ones. And if you get points for like figuring out whose is which and which one is the right one.
Are they like...
Oh, go ahead.
Are they like little known books or are they like popular books?
Both. So like I've had it for like 10 years. So anything that's been published in the last 10 years is not in there. But it had like when we played it like twice. And the first time we played it, like we got the Brothers Karamazov was one of them. And then there was one I didn't know at all. Like I'd never heard of it before. And then there was like an Agatha Christie novel of some kind.
Ah, I see.
So it's like a kind of wide variety.
A smorgasbord.
A smorgasbord of books.
That's cool.
I see.
Maybe I should take it tomorrow.
Well, we have a bunch of people who have been here and they waited for us even though we took a long time. So we have Cachet, Destiny, DL Stewart, Persephone is here. Hello everyone. Leora is here. Josie Rose writes, hello and welcome. And Jean Marcella is here. Michael Edward McPhee is here as well. He may write, he may not, he may read. He may play Ebony, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, but we'll just go with it. At the moment, I am uncertain. It is my personal plight, but I will surmount it. Fair enough.
We're with you, Michael. Solidarity.
Word. Oh, my arm went away.
What is?
Whoa!
It's so
This-
weird.
Disappearing body parts.
Yeah.
That is not as funny.
And you know what?
as
They
might
can't see
think.
most of that because I'm cut off. So most
Yeah.
of where it's cut off, they can't even see.
Phantom hand.
Oh, that's right. That's Sabra. Hello, Sabra. I did know that, but I had forgotten.
So many names, girl. We forget names.
Right?
I have one name and I'm lucky if I can remember it.
I have two. And
Can you grab my gloves for me?
So I went over to my
What just
mom's
happened
house
to my life?
this afternoon to return her step ladder. And she reminded me that very, very soon I will be the big 4-0, which I'm like, yeah,
Woo!
I know. And she's like, so what are you going to do to celebrate? And I was like, I don't know. What are you doing for me? I was like, hello. And yeah, but I've been trying to deny it because for whatever reason, it's like if you are approaching that, people automatically assume like you are old. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Age is a state of mind, and I'm still 18.
Well, then
Oh,
I'm
I don't want to
80.
be 18.
I'm like, no, 1998.
25.
18. Yeah.
I'd go back to being 25. I enjoyed 25.
Yeah, I was gonna say my 20s were good. Like 21 forward has been a lot of fun and adventures and yeah.
Happy advanced birthday, Deal.
Oh, he's gonna be 30.
Yeah.
Gosh, he's a baby. No.
He's a baby.
Happy birthday, Dio.
Are you still streaming, Dio, tomorrow?
Yeah, weren't they saying something about like a drunk DL Stewart birthday party stream or something?
So he doesn't drink. So it would be everybody else drinking.
Right.
Seems like a very strange way to celebrate someone's birthday who doesn't drink.
Yeah.
Well, there's that. Where the hell
Well,
are my
That just
gloves?
seems weird to me.
I was 21 for my 21st, or okay, no, let me say that. I was 21 for my 21st birthday. I was pregnant when I turned 21, and everybody was like, oh, let's celebrate by going to the bar. And I'm like, what the hell? Why would I can't do that, you know? And they're like, sure you can. You can be the driver.
Oh, yay! What I've always wanted.
Yes,
Watch
that
it
is the
out.
perfect birthday present.
I know. I was like, great.
Did you do it?
Did I do what?
Did you drive?
No. Actually, me and my best friend snuck out and we went and had dinner at Applebee's together.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Good.
it was. I think it was much better because her and we didn't really get to spend a lot of time together, and so it was nice and quiet. And we got to talk and
Aw.
important stuff.
Best friend bonding time's always good.
Exactly. It's way better
I
than
highly recommend it.
yeah. Well, it's way better than sitting 2 feet from somebody and having to scream at them because you can't like hear anything.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
get your
That's
Yeah.
only fun if you're drunk. It
and
really
even
is.
then, kind of.
You're like, yeah, but then you wake up the next day and the the rhythm of whatever random song was playing is still like going on in your head, and you're just like, make it stop.
Dang, there's all kinds of dust particles flying around in here.
Maybe that's magical
Nice.
sparkly dust, and your fairy godmother is coming to grant you a wish.
Yeah, that's it.
That bitch is late. I've been waiting for her for a long time.
So, what did he say? His live stream's tomorrow at 8?
8 Eastern.
Yeah.
So, okay. Like, I have to do math. This is. I'm like, what did he say? I'm going to have some real life friends. Oh, right on. And your real life friends are like totally cool with you live streaming your party while you're turning 30? Dirty
Well,
30?
I figure the kids will be there. Probably aren't going to be like super crazy.
Right. Typically. Although, I mean, if you know enough people.
I know.
Well, you know, if it's like that, then you probably shouldn't put it on the internet.
Probably that you should not do for sure.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you do at your house is what you do at your house or whatever, but like maybe don't put it all on the interwebs.
Yeah.
Oh man. So do we want to do a sprinty sprint?
Ooh,
I feel like we should.
Yeah.
that sounds fancy.
Yeah.
All right. Hang on.
Hold on. Let
One
me see if
moment.
I can edit.
Yes, I'm going to keep unsubscribing to
Everything.
useless things. Yeah.
There we go.
I need to do another.
Changing our
Purge of
sound
my
to jingle
email.
bells. I don't know that it's that
Jingle
jingle bells.
bells.
I don't think it's that one.
bells.
Well, I signed up for all the recipe emails because I cook. But now that my husband's like taken over the email address, he doesn't cook, so he doesn't need to know all the fabulous recipes. And he's like, it's consuming my memory, my storage space. I'm like, I'll take care of this. I will take care of this.
All right. We're going to do 15 fives, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna put
All
more
right.
wine in my
Are you ready?
Hold on, let me put more wine in my glass.
All right.
I was gonna say, what is that red thing?
It's my corkscrew. See, one of the ladies at work gave me wine. Oh, and it can't tell. It doesn't believe me.
Oh,
It doesn't believe
it's Phantom Famous Fossil.
me. Yeah, it's from Freeport, Illinois. The
Right
whole town
on.
smells like cat piss.
Oh, that's
And you're drinking
tasty.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm sure they're not actually in Freeport, to be fair.
I'm concerned for your well-being, Sarah. Maybe you should not drink that.
It's like a garbage town, it really is.
Drink
Oh,
it
man.
down.
I'm gonna get like 10 years down the road, someone's gonna find this video and they're gonna send me hate mail. And I'm gonna be like, bitch, I said what when? But you know how
A
people
long
are.
time ago. I can't
People get
remember.
like real mad.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so funny. Then you could dab on them, which will be even worse 10 years from now.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Peak
sealed with a
fuckery.
dab in 2029.
Oh, make it happen.
That sounds like a short story in the making.
I'd read it.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to
ready?
count us down?
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go.
that was enough of that.
So much cheer.
Yeah, I'm fucking jolly as hell. I missed that.
How could you not possibly be jolly and holly?
And other things ending in Ollie.
So I got this cool thing.
Yeah.
I started working and then I got this out because this is my boss got me.
Your camera's off, Sarah.
Ah, thank you. My boss got me this pen thing that like writes and it uploads to. Oh,
So
hold on, let me
freaking
turn my
cool.
background off. No. I'm just playing with that anyway. But that records it, and this is the actual tip of it.
Uh-huh.
And you write in this notebook. It's got like dots in it. And it shows up in your phone. And it can like read my crazy cursive.
What?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah. It's blowing my mind.
Whoa, technology,
wow.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm a fan so far. Yup.
I'm like, that is really cool. Are there multiple pages?
Yeah, it's 170 pages or something. It's a whole notepad.
Oh wow.
That's
So like
beautiful.
173.
oh wow. So do you have to turn the page when you're done writing on it?
Yeah.
Or will it just keep
No,
okay.
because you're actually writing on the page, first of all.
Okay.
Like it's actually like I have to write
An
on
ink.
it. Right.
Okay, so it's actually an ink pen. Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
But then like it uploads directly. So like you can, if you want to handwrite notes, if you want to draw things, if you want to doodle, all of that goes up. And it's all so. And sometimes like I think clearer when I have a pen in my hand, especially like if I'm trying to come up with ideas for like YouTube shit and stuff like that. Then I do better with a pen. So then I don't have to then retype it.
Right.
So it was neat.
Really cool.
That is really cool.
The point of that was I got lost in playing with that. So
No judgment.
I deleted 16,140 emails. Junk emails, mind you. Yeah, these aren't even like important emails.
I had to do that the other day in my email.
Yeah. Were they threatening to like disable your email if you don't?
No.
They were like, you will be unable to receive emails until you resolve this situation.
Was it on Gmail?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a limit. I've hit that limit before.
It's called Moleskin with an E at the end. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's really neat. And like this plugs in, there's a little thing. I plug this in and charge this, and then I turn it on and it records. And you have to like write with this part down. But like that's how you write with it. Like yeah. So it's cool. I like it. I'm a fan.
That's very cool.
I like some nerd shit, man. And if you don't have the app on, it will record what you're writing still.
Oh, very nice.
Like, so you don't have to have the app on while you're doing it.
Right. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yep. I likes it. I likes it a lot. I want to eat things.
Oh, I got these delicious, I don't know what they're called. I call them fat makers because, you know, when you see it, you'll understand why. But I love these. I don't know what they're called. They're like puffy pastries with fluffy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like this is going to help me survive the long, cold Arizona winter.
So my middle sister loves those.
Yeah.
Loves them. And
Well,
I don't.
go ahead.
But I told
Yeah.
my sister they're on sale at Aldi. And my youngest sister is out grocery shopping. I said, you should get some of those for Cherry, our other sister. And she's like, ew, no.
Oh no.
What do you mean?
They have them with the powdered sugar. I prefer the ones with the powdered sugar. And then they have some that the top is dipped in chocolate.
Yeah.
And when I first injured myself, 2 years ago, I sought comfort in these pastries and gained like 20 pounds.
Right.
So
Yes, it is a cream puff.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
they're called cream puff.
Delicious cream puffs.
Awesome. I love them. What? Okay.
I don't like dig on
Can they hear me?
pastries.
No. Okay, maybe they can.
Oh, hello. Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, y'all.
Poor Dana. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Sarah?
I said I don't dig on pastries.
No. It's
I like
sad.
pastries sometimes,
No.
but I'm more like lemon-filled things and Bavarian-filled.
I would eat just pastry. I've been watching like at night and then like at my jobby job, I've been watching the Bon Appetit YouTube channel. And there's one where one of their chefs tries to recreate different things. So she recreated snowballs and she recreated Snickers and she recreated Twix and she recreated instant ramen, and so she makes all these gourmet things, and they're fine. I mean, I like watching other people cook. But I did not know that this is how you make, when you make pastry, one of the ways you can do it is when, instead of mixing the butter in, if you want that flaky, like layers and stuff, instead of mixing the butter in, like in the mixer, you put the butter in a block and then you wrap and then you spread out the it's not batter.
Dough?
The dough, thank you. Yes, see, this is why I don't cook. I don't even know how to describe it. You spread out the dough and then you put the butter on top of that, and then you roll it out with rolling pin, and then you fold the batter and the butter over on itself, and then you roll that out. And so you get these layers of batter and butter, and you do it several times. So, and that's how they get the pastry, like the layers of pastry crust. And I was like, okay, I'm not a cook, but I would make that and then eat it. Like that would be delicious, and I would be okay with eating that.
You can actually buy the puffy pastry in the freezer section.
But that requires me going to the store. I have flour and milk and butter and eggs here.
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah. Yeah. I would just go to the store. It's a lot of it's a lot of work. I mean, it sounds like when you put all the ingredients in your mind and you like envision it and everything, it's like, oh yeah, I can do that.
I can do that.
And then you start doing it. Like, I love baklava. It is like if the whole world came to an end and I just had to survive off of baklava, I would live forever. Okay. But to make it, it's like you look at it and you're like, wow, this is so simple. It's this beautiful pastry and some crushed up walnuts and some honey, and no. To make it is a labor of love. So yeah, sometimes you just want to go to the store.
Yeah, no, I understand that. We made, I assisted my sister in making, I should say, bread for my students this year. We made cookies last year, but decided to go with bread because I feel like they get more and it's less work for us. So
right.
We made 4 different kinds of bread. Well, yeah. Anyway, and ended up with like 36 loaves. They're not very big. But my thought was, we can put 10 loaves in the oven at a time because they're not very big. And it turns out that that's not actually true. So it took
Right.
us like 2 days to bake all of it.
Oh, wow. I
Um,
mean, do you have like the mini loaf pans?
yeah, we had 6 mini loaf pans, and then my sister also has a stoneware bread, like it's a 4
Right.
thing of
Yeah.
stoneware.
Right.
So we had 10, like we could make 10 at a time, but our oven doesn't heat well enough to cook 10 at once.
Right. Right.
So if we had a nicer oven, I think we'd be okay.
Or
Like,
if you had 2 of those stoneware pans.
yeah, like I think we would have been okay if we'd had like a different setup. But
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, it ended up we did all of the poppy seed and most of the banana, and then one of my students is both vegan and gluten-free, and so we made 2 vegan gluten-free loaves of zucchini bread for her.
Oh, wow.
Which, by the way, we decided that next time we do that, we're not using applesauce as the bonding agent because it doesn't bond well. So we're just going to get like egg substitute.
Yeah.
Because that was not.
It's probably like liquid until it's a brick.
No, it just crumbled. Like it wasn't bread, it was like
Oh.
crumbly. And
Okay.
it was really good. Like there were crumbles.
Right.
that were
Well,
left.
because if you substitute applesauce for anything, it's because you want it to be more moist. That's why I
Right.
was thinking, well,
Yeah.
if it's your bonding agent, maybe it was like liquid until it was.
No, it was unsweetened applesauce. And
Yeah.
and it was, I mean, it worked fine. But it was more like cake than bread.
Yeah.
So
I do like gluten-free like bakery products,
mhm.
like cookies and cakes and stuff, because it's so dense that you find yourself eating less of it, because by the time you have like one slice of gluten-free cake, it's like it's so dense. It's very dense.
Yeah.
It's like that elf bread. You take one bite and you're satisfied for a month.
Lembas.
Yeah.
We should
Oh, that's
definitely
funny.
do another sprint, you guys.
All right,
Okay.
let's do it.
All right, you want to count down?
I will do that. In 3, 2, 1, go.
go.
Wait, what was that
Beautiful.
song?
Huh?
I didn't even get a chance to like name that tune. It was off so fast.
It was the same song, dude.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were.
Yeah. It's just the same one over and over again.
I just found a recipe for gingerbread truffles, which is basically like snowman poop, except instead of using Oreos, you use gingerbread cookies.
Sounds
I don't know if I
delicious.
like gingerbread. I don't know that I've ever had it.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, except I don't like ginger, and I don't like fucking anything else
Hmm.
that tastes like that, so probably not.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, maybe not.
I love gingerbread. And when I was little, whenever I would get like a stomach ache or whatever, my grandma would always make me gingerbread because I couldn't eat like ginger root.
Oh, I love ginger. I will say, so my middle sister cannot do ginger. She's been traumatized
Mm-hmm.
because when we were younger, if we lied or if we used bad language or flipped each other off, or Cherry used to do this. She'd be like, "Oh," and then she'd tell my mom, "It's this finger, it's this finger, it's not the bad one."
It's the intention.
Yep, and that's what my mom would tell her.
Yeah.
But you'd get like 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground ginger on your tongue, and then you couldn't take a
Ooh.
drink for like 5 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, and you had to sit and think about what you did.
Oh my God.
And
I
so
don't
she
think
just
you'd be
like,
thinking about what you did. You think
no, you think about your burning mouth.
Yeah. That's like cruel and unusual punishment.
But here's the thing: it doesn't actually hurt. Like, it doesn't actually hurt you.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's done and over. It just it left my sister with, and I don't know, maybe she was just more traumatized because I love ginger. Like, I think it's delicious. I love ginger tea. I love gingerbread.
Yeah.
My
I
other
would-
sister says Cherry was naughtier than I was.
Yeah. She might have gotten more of it.
I don't doubt it. She was pretty sassy as a child.
I'd prefer ginger to like soap. I remember my neighbors, their mom, she was about that soap life. She got me once because, you know, when I was growing up, if you got in trouble, whoever's house you got in trouble at, you were getting punished like all the kids were getting punished. So I messed up and I had the soap mouth and I was like, man,
Oh,
y'all crazy up here. I don't
I
know what y'all are doing.
my uncle was running his foul mouth, and I remember going and tattling to my aunt, and she said, "Well, what did he say?" And I was like, "Well, they're bad words. I'm not allowed to say them." And she's like, "No, it's okay. You can say them. I need to know what they are." So I said them, and he got the soap, and I got the soap, and I was like, "What
Trickery!
I know."
I told you. Oh my goodness. I would be so mad.
Oh, I was. And I mean, I'm 40 years old, and to this day, I'm still like, no one should have to be tortured with this soap. Okay?
Soap's awful.
Oh, it is. It is. And I didn't do anything wrong. In fact, I was reporting the person who was breaking the rules. That's what I get for being a snitch. Never
Yeah.
happened again.
Snitches get stitches or soap.
That's right. Oh,
Yeah, me
man.
too, Aphrodite. My mother would have lost her mind.
My mom was just like, well, you fucked up. That's what
You
you
brought
get.
this on yourself.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like, you and your foul
Aw.
mouth. You thought you were going to say whatever you wanted to. Well, you got caught.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was child abuse then, too.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
just didn't
Well,
recognize it.
I was raised in a village, and so we all got punished the same. And back then, you would never have even thought about what child abuse was. If your parents kicked your ass, it's because you earned it. You earned it. It made us stronger people.
I don't
Okay.
necessarily believe that, but okay.
What did everyone work on?
I didn't work on anything.
I
ate Cheerios.
finished
Either.
deleting those emails and eating some really good cream puffs.
Oh.
I
And-
confirmed that we're going to eat Italian subs for dinner.
Very nice.
Nice.
I also comforted Tala because she did not like the drill sound, and the Mini Monster and Mr. Man they're bonding over Saw. So they started with the first Saw movie. Granted, I've never seen any of these movies. So they did like a marathon one night where I think they watched like the first 3. So they're out there watching another one, and Tala's in here having a panic attack because there's this like drilling sound coming through the vents. So I had to get up and go find out what the heck was going on. They're like, "We're watching a movie, Mom. We're watching a movie."
Get out.
I know. Like, okay.
It's not for you.
You're disturbing the dog. Hello. Italian subs do sound wonderful, though.
Mm-hmm. I blame Elsie for this one.
Yeah, Leora is saying that the villain in some of her stories is the father. I don't think that's abnormal. I think a lot of times we get into like a pattern with those kinds of things and we don't know we're doing it. And I'm sure there's some reason, but yeah, that's why people are known for that kind of like specific things like that. It's because we just get into like a weird pattern.
Good night, Aphrodite.
Bye, Aphrodite. Have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah, there's no real 24-hour like place where I can get subs. But I mean, right now it's 4 p.m. here. So everything's still open. My favorite sub shop is still open.
I've never had to pick out my own Switch, but I did dread the belt. Anytime I was told to go get the belt, I knew bad things. I did something bad.
My parents spanked us, but it was limited and it was never in anger.
Yeah.
And like that was like one of their rules. You don't hit a child in anger.
Right.
And I don't know if that's good or not, but it's certainly not bad. Like,
right.
I'm
I
sorry,
think-
did you mean?
I think if you're gonna use spanking as a form of discipline, you definitely can't do it when you're still angry. You have to take a step back, because it's very, very easy to just let it, your emotions take the better of you.
Well,
So,
and you're not like when you're angry, you don't necessarily think about how, depending on how angry you are and what kind of person you are, that's a child.
mhm.
And if you allow your anger to get out of control, you can hurt them incredibly badly.
Yeah.
For my parents, it was always like the only times we ever got spanked was direct defiance, and it had to be like bad.
Yeah.
Like if my mom asked me to do something and I threw a brick at her head and screamed no, or if we put ourselves or other people in danger.
Yeah.
And I can I remember maybe 2 times, like really, and they weren't like horrible.
Yeah.
Like it was, the worst was mom would sit you down and she'd talk to you. This is the thing you did. This is why it's bad. This is what we're going to do. And then she would spank you, and then you would have to sit and think about the things that you did. And then you'd have to have another talk about how could you have done that differently?
Right.
Which was so much worse
Yeah.
than the actual few moments of pain. So
Yeah.
although I will say this, my mother has said since then that if she were raising children today, knowing what she knows now, she would not spank. And that to me is a significant,
Yeah.
that's a significant thing.
I always, we got spanked. The rule, in order to get spanked with an object, you really had to break a serious rule. If it was one of the 10 Commandments, like thou shalt not steal, we're getting a spanking. And the only vivid memory I have of an actual spanking was when I was caught stealing this gum from this magic store where you chewed it and your whole mouth turned like blue. Yeah, because it was magic gum. And my grandma caught me, and I sat there and I listened to her tell me why it was bad to steal and all this other stuff. And I really wanted it, and I didn't have the money to pay for it. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. And I took it back. Before I even opened it, I took it back and I apologized for stealing it. And then she had me lean over this wooden chair, and she was like, she caught me too. She's like, do you want 5 soft spankings or 10 hard spankings? And I was like, oh, I'm going with 5. I will take 5 soft spankings. And to this day, I'm like, lady, if those were soft spankings, I am certainly glad I don't know what the hard ones felt like. But
oh, jeez.
yeah, but I mean, and I mean, it was different times back then, I mean, my grandmother raised her kids during the 60s and 70s. So by the time I came along, she didn't know any better. That's how she was raised. And, my kids got timeouts and let's talks, and now you're grounded and I'm going to take all of your fun things away.
Yeah,
and
we have more education now, and that education is also easier to acquire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
It's just
and that's the
different.
thing is like those decisions were made without all of the information.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the thing. My mom went back to school after we were grown.
Mhm.
And took significant numbers of classes on child. I mean, she was a teacher, so she was mostly education, but talking about how children learn. And she was...
Well, and they also have to be able to serve children who might be experiencing abuse. So
Right.
those kinds of things do matter to her education.
Oh, yeah.
In that respect as well.
The closer, as my mom furthered her education in social work and psychology and stuff like that, watching how she interacted with her own children versus the first set of grandchildren versus the second set of grandchildren, I mean, the evolution is just amazing. I mean, because she's learning all this new stuff and she's applying it to her daily life, and it's just kind of like, wow. All people who want to have kids should take those classes.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a time where I was little and I stole something. I know there had to have been one time where I was like, I'm going to take this thing because I want this thing, and wasn't really thinking about it as stealing, just as, here's this thing and I want it. But I can't think of one. I do remember a time when I hid from my mom and my cousin Marietta. We were at Fashion Bug, and I hid underneath the clothing rack because I was tired of being there. Like, Marietta was going to be in the Fashion Bug fashion show, so they were going through it, finding her perfect outfit, and I was super little. I was 4, and I got tired, so I went and hid underneath the clothes, and then I saw somebody with a balloon, and I was that kid. I was like, oh, there's a balloon. I'm gonna go and get the balloon. And my mom, when she found me, she was mad at me, and I was like, Mom, but it's a balloon though. She she was so mad. but I didn't get a spanking, but I did get a good talking to
Mm-hmm.
over and over and over and over and over. She was so mad. Did you do any dumb stuff when you were little, Sarah?
I mean, here's the thing. Yes, I did. However, my older brother is an epic maniac. So everything I did was less impressive. Like, I never, not once, shit on the subflooring of a brand new house and circled it, wrote my name next to it. Not one time. Didn't do that. So by the time I stole my mom's eyeshadow and painted the wall with it, not a big deal.
Wow.
Your brother really did that?
He sure did.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's special.
Mm-hmm.
That's really
Yeah.
He's
That's
like,
the benefit of having an older sibling who is like
Mhm.
an asshat,
Right.
is that all of your shenanigans pale in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got in trouble for little shit in high school, or in middle school, but 2 years before, when my brother had been in the same middle school, he, like, got in trouble for covering his hands in hairspray and lighting them on fire.
oh,
I couldn't do the things he was doing.
wow. He was really out here
Yes!
setting fires to himself, shitting and
In
cleaning.
school. Set fire to his hands in school.
Oh my God.
Where did he get the lighting apparatus?
It was a lighter. We started smoking when we were really young. I was 11.
Where did he
Oh
have the
my
hairspray? I got so many questions.
I don't know. It was him and another kid, I think.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were like 13, maybe.
Oh man, that's not my sister. My little sister, I think she's the one that like sent my mom over the edge. But she and her friend were using gasoline to set ant hills on fire, and she ran out of like lawnmower gasoline, so she went after my brother's racing fuel, and she got it. Oh yeah, and she got it all over her hands, and her friend set fire. And it just, and she's running around the backyard like the flaming torch. Oh my God. Let me tell you, this girl, look, God protects fools and foolish people, okay? Because not one scar. The girl ran around the backyard for probably a good 60 seconds. Not one scar. And then she
It was just burning off the gasoline.
Yeah, she was so afraid to wake my mom up to tell her that she had lit herself on fire that her friend actually dug into the sand and they buried her hands in the sand because it was cool. Like the further you get into the sand here, yeah. So like to make the burning go away, she buried her hands in cold sand until the sun came up, and my mom was like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" Oh my God. Yeah.
So let's see. There's one fire story from my family. This was before I was born because all my brothers are much older than me. Like my youngest older brother is 9 years older than me.
Mm.
So by the time I came through, my mom was like, please just don't kill yourself and fine. So
right.
My youngest older brother, Billy, was like playing underneath this tree. And this tree, I don't know what kind it was, but the way they describe it, it sounds like a weeping willow of some sort, something along those lines. That's a beautiful background. And my middle older brother, John, set it on fire with Billy underneath of it. And the way Billy describes it, John tried to kill him. And the way John described it, it was he just liked fire. I didn't connect that his brother was there. Oh God. The way my mom described it was the actual horror show. And she doesn't know what the hell is wrong with her son. So
oh man.
So yeah, I get what you mean, Sarah. My brother's pulled a whole truckload of
and
crazy.
that's the thing is like you either have to go really big or just accept that you're just gonna do your thing.
Yep.
Because you're not getting that.
Right.
You know, there's just some stuff you're not gonna touch unless you're a nutter.
Yeah. Well,
So-
and I think to some degree, as an oldest child, let me say that to some degree, the oldest children kind of take it for you, the rest of y'all.
Mhm.
Like, we're the practice,
Yep.
we're the tester. So when we do stupid stuff, you actually get to learn from our experience. Although, I never did anything close to being ridiculous.
I am positive that is true. That does
Mhm.
not surprise me at all. You are like, in that respect, like my oldest brother was like that. Like he didn't do stupid stuff. He was like good grades, you know,
Oh, no.
straight and narrow.
I did stupid shit. I just didn't get to Matt stupid shit. Like,
Yeah.
Matt's on a whole nother level.
Well,
Yeah.
you
But
know,
my
I mean, like,
sisters, like both my sisters are good children. Like, it's not that they don't do stupid shit. It's just that like
They don't get caught.
or like they had like, okay, so this is an example. This is a really mild example. But when I was in high school, I was not a great student. I didn't really enjoy school. It wasn't my thing. I don't really care about other people's opinion of my work. Like in terms of grades, I do care that other people like it doesn't apply to writing. But the schoolwork thing, like I didn't care about grades. They were not important to me at all. I wanted to learn what I wanted to learn, and everything else was just kind of like whatever. And I got into high school and I got into it. My English teacher, my sophomore year, I think, she and I went rounds. Like we had issues. And when my middle sister, who's 15 months younger than me, came to high school, she had this teacher, and the teacher was like, "Oh, you're her sister," and like was like expecting the same kind of behavior from her. And then when she didn't like argue with her over things, she was like, "Oh, you're lovely and wonderful." And I'm like, "How does she like you? You're way more sassy than I am." And Cherry's response was, "Well, I didn't tell her she was wrong the first day I was in class." And I was like,
That helps.
that's a fair point, but still she was wrong. It does not change the fact that she was wrong.
That's right.
When I started high school, I had the stoner kids, who I vaguely knew because they were my brother's friends, came up to me and they were like, "How's Matt doing?" And I'm like, "Fine. He's at home being a dropout." And they're like, "Well, like, how's the cancer?" And I'm like, "Excuse me?"
oh no.
According to them, and I've never spoken to him about this, so I don't even know what his excuse is for this situation. They all told me he had cancer and had to drop out of school because he had to go through treatment.
Oh wow.
This dude. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He's a character.
No, I mean,
He
like I
is.
said,
Like a literal character. Like
I
wanna
that's
read
all
that
from
book.
them. I don't know if there's some reason that a bunch of stoner high schoolers may have heard a story he said and mistook that for him having cancer. I don't know.
wow.
But having met Matt,
All right,
it's not like it's out of the realm of possibility.
correct.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like cancer is one of those like forbidden realms. You don't go
Like
there.
lung cancer.
Yeah, you just don't go there.
Lung cancer? And he's like what, 16, 17?
Yeah, I was always stunned, like, when I worked in a big place, when people would claim that a family member died who hadn't died. Like, I knew damn well they were full of shit. And I'm like, why would you say that, though? Saying that seems kind of uncomfortable. Maybe don't say that. Maybe come up with a different reason to not be at work today.
Or like the kids who grandma's passed away like 13 times.
Mm-hmm.
Every year grandma
Yeah.
dies. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Yeah, that's really uncomfortable. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm too paranoid to do that kind of thing.
Me
So-
too.
Something
somebody's gonna be counting how many grandmas I have.
Yeah.
Or
So like
grandma's gonna die a week later And I will
And it'd be all
never
my
believe
fault.
I didn't do that.
Right?
Yeah.
No matter how rational I am, I will 100% believe that I did it.
Like
Absolutely.
last year, grandma passed away, and I called into school and I said, hey, we're going to take the week off. Grandma passed away. And literally, like a month later, I called into school and I was like, hey, grandpa passed away. And they said, we're going to need you to bring in an obituary.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? So I showed up with his and hers. I was like, are you kidding me? Oh, that pissed me off. But it's obviously because somebody has pulled the
And that's the
grandma
thing.
died
is, like,
50 times. Yeah.
one crazy lunatic had like 14 grandmas die one year, and they were like, "We're done. We're done."
We're done here.
Yeah. We're not taking any chances.
Right. Like, and some people will have like an extra grandma or grandpa or two even, you know, because families are complicated or whatever, but like there's a limit to how many grandparents you can have.
Yeah,
Right.
generally speaking.
Yeah, like you can't be this close to all of them at least.
Right.
There's not enough time.
My neighbor's an old woman and she died, and she was like a grandma to me, even though I never spoke to her, but I need the week off.
Right. Right. No, maybe pick the one that you remember actually spending time with. Or...
Right?
Right. No, growing up in a very superstitious house, like you did not say that people died, because if you use that as an excuse not to do something and they did die, it's your fault. It's always your fault. So it's like,
Yeah, and it doesn't even matter if you know that that's obviously not like you didn't do it.
right.
But, like, it
right,
doesn't matter.
right.
It doesn't.
Your brain doesn't
Don't be
care.
that person. That's disgusting.
Yeah. It's like,
It's also really just gross to talk about someone being dead when they're definitely not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's messed up.
well, I don't know. I mean, I can't 100% agree with that statement. My dad has been dying for 32 years. He's got a terminal brain tumor, and he deals with it by talking and joking around about, like sometimes he'll
But that's
say,
with him.
yeah. So yeah, okay,
Yeah,
I get
like
the,
not. Yeah, that's different. That's
Yeah.
like with him. Yeah, you shouldn't be like
dog.
doing that stuff behind somebody's back. And it's
Right,
one
right,
thing.
right.
Like if you're in a different situation, that's one thing. But just to just start killing people.
So you can have the day off.
Yeah, like, and here's the
I
other
need
thing.
a mental health day, let me.
Here's the other thing. Maybe just show up to work and cry a lot till they send you home. That's at least an option. I
Right.
just am not emotionally capable of being here. It doesn't matter why. Because
Right.
I definitely have days where, like, if I come there, I'm just going to cry all day, so you don't want me there.
Mhm.
And you don't want to pay me my hourly rate to just cry all day.
Right. I don't know. I mean,
All right,
you get
we
paid
should
hourly to sob. It's kind
Right.
of a win-win.
we should definitely throw
I'll feel
another
better after
Sprinty
this.
Poo on, because we've done like 2.
Yes, we have. All right, let's do one more.
All right, you want
You
to
ready?
count down?
Yeah. In 3, 2, 1, go.
for really long because of Dana.
Well, I really appreciate that. I do like a good Christmas jingle. And dashing through the snow is it's very happy because we don't have snow.
We don't either.
We have bitter,
We
cold
should, but we don't.
rain.
Yep.
We don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've had like this bitter cold wind. It's been hurricane wind like a couple of days, and then today it was like 70 something, and tomorrow it's supposed to be 70 something, and then Monday it's supposed to be 59, and Tuesday it's supposed to rain. Yeah, because Arizona just can't make up her mind.
Leora got 294. Camille got 227.
I'm glad there are people out there who are working.
Yeah, I'm kind of dicking around over here. I'm not doing anything useful.
I'm editing. I'm just being very slow about it.
Oh. So what do we want to do? Do we want to do another one?
Up to you guys. My legs are starting to bug me, so I'm getting antsy in my pantsies. So if you want, I can totally hang out and just turn off my camera when I need to stand up. And if we're ready to get going, then I'll do other things to make my legs feel better. That's right.
The most unproductive I've been tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the other hand, here's the thing. It's been a busy couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
My brain is just not
In it.
Yeah.
No. It's just not. Like, I have the equivalent of 28 students right now, which is amazing. But I'm also still working my part-time job.
Right.
And church things. And the holidays are coming. Nobody does holidays like church.
That's right.
Sure.
Particularly this holiday. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if you know, but it's kind of a big deal for them.
Yeah. Yep.
What do people think in the comments? What do y'all want?
It looks like we have a couple
Yeah.
people who'd like us to do another one.
I'd be okay with doing one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down. I'm down to clown.
Good night,
Yeah.
Daniel. Thank you for joining us.
I can say that I haven't necessarily been the most productive in this sprint, but I am glad that I got to spend time with you guys and
Yay.
yeah, starting to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
I've missed your face.
Right?
There it is. Take it all in. Take it in.
That's right. I'm gonna this Monday I have something going on, so I'm not gonna be able to sprint. But come 2020, it's gonna be back on like Donkey Kong.
Thank you, because my brain filled that in. I was like Donkey Kong. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Old people should.
Right?
Oh man, I think we're gonna be like the most awesome old people ever.
I mean, gonna be.
too.
Okay.
She just called you old. To be fair, she just called all of us old.
I refuse to concede. I am not old yet. There are still those who are older than I.
I'd like to point out that I'm young. I'm the youngest here, I think. And if I say we're old, I'm pretty sure that means we're all old. Pretty sure
I think
how that
that's a fair
works.
point.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest.
What's going on?
That's
over
it.
here?
That's the end. I'm the oldest, and we're done.
All right. Why don't we go ahead and do another sprint and see if I think Leora is close to a goal. So
Yeah,
Ooh,
cool.
let's get you there.
All right.
word.
in 3, 2, 1, go.
Sorry. I thought I had like
Bells
6
on
more seconds
bobtails
to chew that.
rings, making spirits bright.
If you're not jolly, Dana's gonna make you jolly.
That's right.
Or she'll
will
make
be
you
jolly.
sorry.
I'm gonna shove Jolly right down your throat.
Yes, I will. Me, my Christmas tree, and my Yule log.
Dangerous.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we're gonna try this. I got some Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spy. Never mind.
It's fine.
Let's see if it's any good.
Camille got 393.
Whoop, whoop.
Is it all right? Or you don't like it?
It's doable. I think like if I was having coffee with somebody that I really didn't enjoy their company, I could totally just continue to drink this in order to keep my mouth shut. But as far as like, you know, really digging it, no, not really.
Leora got 328 and is very close to the ending of this book.
Woo-hoo.
That's so exciting.
Yes.
That really is.
Absolutely. All right. Elsie Clements, Decimated Santa.
What?
Which I think is
Decimated
only
Santa.
fair. As I would like to propose my campaign launching today to move Christmas to August so we can celebrate the solstice in true fashion.
Hey, I'm okay with that. Cause like that would give us something to do in August.
See?
Typically you have more money in August.
And then
I
you
mean-
wouldn't have all this like complaining that we don't know what Christmas is really about.
Right.
Because that'll be the only thing we're focusing on.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I could do that. And then you'd have more options like where to celebrate Christmas at, because in August you can do it at the lake, you can do it on anywhere basically. I mean,
Yes.
August, yeah. Instead of like 50 people that may or may not like each other shoved into someone's living room where you're all drinking shitty coffee to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, see, it is a win-win-win.
That's right. That's right.
Is that going to be your holiday coffee then, Dana?
No. Actually, I'm looking forward. My mom is doing like Christmas brunch for my siblings and I. So we'll get together in the morning and then we will go our separate ways and do our separate things in the evening. And so, no, I will not need this coffee on Christmas Day. Thank God. No. So
We're doing what we call practice Christmas tomorrow, which is celebrating Christmas with my sister and brother-in-law who go to oh darn it, August isn't going to work for Camille. We're gonna have to find something else. How about July? I know it's like a week or a month earlier, but maybe July. How does anybody feel about July?
I don't know. July's pretty hot.
It is.
well, we have the
could all
4th
go
of July.
north.
We-
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
that's at the beginning. We could do like we could just move it to July 25th because people already talked about Christmas in July anyway. So just make it just make the 25th of July the holiday.
Yeah.
And really don't have to do much except then you can just focus on.
We really do solve the world's problems over here.
I think this is an important conclave of brains coming together and solving the big questions.
Yeah. I think you're onto something there. We should definitely start a petition. And perhaps run,
Change.org.
I know. And perhaps the 4 of us should run for Congress so we can actually get some shit done.
That will be on my platform. I don't want to run for Congress. I don't want to work for them. I don't want to work there.
Me
that a
neither.
usual?
What?
I used to want to work doing that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I was going to be a politician. That was like my goal when I was in college.
Oh, right on.
What changed? You learned more about politics?
No, I learned more about how human beings work, and I became more intrigued with how specifically single human beings function rather than the macro.
Collective.
Yeah.
So,
I can honestly say, like, I didn't really care for politics until I became an adult, and then I had children, and the choices that other people were making were affecting my children, and then I started getting pissed off, and then I started caring. Sometimes you have to be pissed off to really want things to,
well, my degree is in political science, and I was going to go to law school and then go into politics, but it just never. What else?
Yeah. I don't have that kind of like I don't want to say stamina. I got plenty of stamina, but as far as like doing all that schooling and stuff like that, I'd rather just, run my mouth. But that's a very big ambition. So, I mean, at least you were thinking about that kind of stuff when you were young.
Oh God, I had everything planned. I was like 14. I had a whole big plan,
Oh, wow.
like a full-on plan. Mm-hmm. I was going to go into the military, and then I was going to go to college through the GI Bill, and then I was going to go into politics, and then I was going to, if I was either going to go into law or politics, depending on where I landed, and yeah, it was a whole plan.
Yeah.
And no, I don't have a family member who has done these things. It's not like
Right.
it is not one of those like I'm gonna do what my dad did. No.
Right.
Nope. I'm like the only one in my immediate family who finished school, so college. So like,
Yeah.
it's not like I was told that was the path I was supposed to go down or anything.
Right. Camille wanted to be the White House press secretary when she was in college. Very ambitious.
That is brave.
Yeah, that's a hard fucking job.
I was gonna say, isn't that the person that like has to stand out there and kind of like take all the shots that
all the questions you have to have all, and then you have to answer for the answers that you give.
Yeah. It's a hard damn job. It doesn't matter who you're doing. There's a reason. It is a hard job.
Yes. There is a reason why those people often have serious health issues after they leave.
Yeah. Like, didn't that one woman like get kicked out of a restaurant and then retire at like
she didn't retire 30? She's still doing it.
Yeah.
But she did get kicked out of a restaurant.
Well,
yeah. Or isn't she running for office now?
No, she's still the press secretary. Well, she was the press secretary until
Sarah Huckabee is no longer press secretary, and she's running for something.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Never mind.
She's no longer press secretary, and she's what?
I think she's running for something. I think that.
Yeah,
things change very quickly.
Too. I thought
they do.
Yeah,
I did know she was stepping down.
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't until January though.
It's December 20th.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say, as shitty as people were to her, I'm surprised that she didn't like. But she's tough though. Like, I would watch a couple of those like question times, and she was just like,
unpopular opinion. She's not very good at it. She's really terrible in general, and they should have been worse.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. But the guy before her was really bad. What was his name? Sean Spicer, who's now on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, yeah. So talk about a character who didn't plan on being a character. He had no idea that he was going to full on become a character.
Oh, hiding in the bushes. That's my favorite thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing was the spoof of him on SNL.
Where he's driving the podium.
Melissa McCarthy.
I love her. She's so funny anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I remember her as him more than him.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Part of
Okay,
what
she
was
went-
amusing about him is that he's fairly nondescript.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just like general old white dude. Like, you could have put anyone up there, and we would have probably maybe noticed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a piece of work.
Yeah. No, I've seen a couple of those like Q&As, and I would have ran off the stage crying because they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
the
vicious.
White House press corps, that's what their job is,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
And if you can't handle it,
I'll be the
Yeah, it
first to
should be a
admit.
hard
No,
job,
I've
but
got-
it really is.
it is. To be
Yeah.
fair, to be a press secretary of anything has to be an incredibly difficult job because you are the spokesperson for whatever platform that you are with, and you, for better or worse, you have to make the answers. Like,
Yeah.
you have to make them happen.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
an
it's got to
incredibly
be even
challenging thing.
harder when you don't actually agree with what's happening because
Yeah.
you can't say that.
Oh yeah,
No.
you certainly cannot.
Like you not only have to not say that, you also have to defend it. And like that's a hard spot to be in.
Yeah.
Well, don't they usually pick someone who is at least like on track with the president that they're representing?
Yes, but
Well, you can be in
people
the same
diverge on
party
a topic and it gets real hairy real fast.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can be in
Well,
the same
and if
party
you-
and have very different opinions on what's going on.
And
Right,
sometimes
right.
it's a matter of like how you say things that take a line of questioning
Yeah.
on a hole that you weren't prepared to answer. You don't have talking points for
That
it. And I
was-
think
well,
that's
One of the problems with Sean Spicer is that he'd say things that were so far off of his list
yeah.
that there was no backup for it because he had just pulled it out of nowhere. And so
Right.
like he couldn't even bring it back to his talking points.
So
Yeah.
then he would just get angry.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's the problem is you have to not only be able to do that, you also have to be able to control that conversation and
Yeah.
point it where you want it to
Yeah.
go.
And that's an incredible, like, that I think is far more difficult than like answering questions in and of themselves,
Yeah,
but rather being able
absolutely.
to steer a conversation in the direction you want it to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that takes a special set of skills. And
It really does.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say he did not have them.
no, no,
Yeah,
he did
no.
not.
No.
Um,
No, I'm not a huge fan of like feeling put on the spot, and that's like 85% of that job.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's all for gotcha moments
Yeah,
and for sound bites.
right.
Yeah.
Right. And
But-
it's like that I can't even imagine.
I wanted
But-
to cover news. I didn't want to be the news.
Right,
I
right.
wanted
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I would have never known who that woman was if she hadn't, been up there trying to cover someone else's ass up after he let it hang out.
But that's part of that job.
Yeah. I just I really like the occasional times that I did see her speak, the look on her face, it was priceless. It was just kind of like, it was like, I will do everything I possibly can not to screw this up, but I hate every moment of my life at this point in time.
Well, and I think she does have, like, I'm no fan of hers, but in her defense, I 100% believe that she has a strong resting bitch face.
Yeah.
And
Which
that
is
is not her
unfortunate.
fault. Like, that is 100% not her fault. I know plenty of people who have that problem, and I'm not going to blame somebody for their face.
Well, honestly, it probably helped her a little bit
Yeah,
because
I mean,
she was able to like keep her composure
Yeah.
for the most part.
yeah, and you
whereas-
don't look like you're laughing at somebody or like you're amused or...
Right.
Yeah,
Because
You
people
just
don't
look-
like it when you smile at them when they've asked you a serious question.
right.
Not a huge fan.
Yeah, freaking mess.
Oh man. But yeah, that was At one point in time, I was very into it, and I'm still into it. I just don't necessarily. I don't have the patience with people that I used to, and so I am very quick to go. No, fuck you, eat a dick. I won't ever speak to you again. So instead, I just don't talk about it.
I wouldn't mind being on like city council or something, or doing something that was local. Yeah.
My
I
cat
like-
is on the county board.
He's the county assessor, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the county assessor.
Who?
Her cat.
My cat.
That one right there.
Mr. Crowley.
The one right behind her on her left.
Yeah, this
Right
one.
on. Does
County
he get
assessor.
paid for it?
Assessor in training.
Assessor.
It can only be held by a gray cat.
Is this a paid position? Because
The
Not if
county
he can't go
assessor's
to the
name
meeting.
is Mr. Crowley. Like he's something Crowley, Bill Crowley, I don't know. But I decided
Okay.
ages ago that it had to be Mr. Crowley, and every time he runs, it confirms it again. So obviously, and then also my cat will sit at the door frequently on Thursday nights when the county board meetings occur and cry.
oh wow.
he needs
I'm like,
to go
well, you
to
gotta
his
get your own
meeting.
ride, dude. I'm not taking you to the county board meeting. I didn't take the county assessor position.
It is not my responsibility.
That's funny. Come on, Mom, we gotta go.
Goodness. My sister's cat just took a dump and it smells so bad, you guys.
Oh no.
Ew.
Like it's in the other room and I can smell it and it smells like it's right here.
Oh, that's a Shira shit right there. Like
Oh, no,
she will go
no.
to the bathroom and all of a sudden it fills the entire house and it's like, what did you eat?
Well, and I have a candle burning, like a pretty potent one,
Yeah.
and it is not helping.
Man. I'm sorry.
That is terrible.
Yeah. I think that you need one of those automatic cat litter box cleaner things.
Mm.
We got new litter and we just transitioned them all, like all our litter boxes to this new litter. And it's really great. Like environmentally, it's very good. It's much easier to clean. It has a lot of really good positive things. They're wood chips. It can be composted instead of going to the landfill. Like there's lots of good points. One of the bad things is it does not cover up the poop, and it doesn't cover up the poo smell. So when he takes a dump, it smells for days. Okay, not days.
What is the litter box sand stuff made out of?
Clay, which is strip mined. Like in order to get
Oh.
clay, and it doesn't decompose, it just goes back into the
Clay?
like it just sits in the landfill. Whereas this is what happens is when they pee on this,
Uh-huh.
they basically it disintegrates, it turns into sawdust. So then we sift it, and the sift the sawdust, the decomposed, or not decomposed, I don't even know how to, just deconstructed
Mm-hmm.
sawdust
would
comes out the
not-
bottom. And
Right. So 2 things about this composting your wood chip.
you don't do it on
Litter box.
food, like you wouldn't use it for food plants.
Right.
you
Because I'm
can-
like,
Mhm.
you wouldn't want the ammonia in there. That would like totally
No.
burn your roots. And then the idea of composting shit.
No, you don't compost the poo, just the sawdust. So you scoop the poo like you do
Right,
normally because it doesn't
Right.
clump. But the sawdust can be moved to a compost pile, and then it can be used, like you can compost flour, you can use it as fertilizer for flowers, or you can just mix it into your like yard. But it's just, and here's the thing, it eliminates the ammonia smell.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. And
Fun
it's
fact,
really
last I
easy
knew,
to-
it's illegal to have a compost pile in my city.
Really? Even a covered one? That's messed up.
Mhm.
Although I understand why.
Vermin.
Because if you don't take care of it, if you don't take care of it, it'll
And it's a city, so there is that. You know, there is that increased risk of vermin moving about because of being a city. So
right. But you'd think like
you can have a fucking chicken. You can have a fucking dozen chickens whose wings aren't clipped, and they fly into my yard. And my nephew thinks it's Jacob's chicken.
that chicken is Jacob's chicken.
We should have kept it.
Should have kept it.
But you
They
can't
were
have compost.
best friends, but you can't have compost. And that just
That's
like
weird.
you can have them here if they're covered and they're X amount of space away from the building.
Mhm.
And like I said, that may have changed, but that's just last I knew.
Even if it's in like one of those buckets that has the handle that you
Yeah, there's
rotate
no
it.
composting in the city limits. Last
Oh
time.
wow.
That's not uncommon.
Mm-mm. No, because it does. If it is not cared for, it draws vermin very quickly.
Mm.
And the vermin goes from being flies and small bugs to being rats and stuff really fast too.
Oh. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
we
because
have
it's not the bugs that's the problem; it's the rats and stuff.
pack rats and wild field mice all over the place, regardless of composting or not. That's part of our natural environment. They love wires and dashboards, houses. Little
What do?
bastards. Huh?
What do?
Pack rats.
Oh, I've never seen a real pack rat.
We have pack rats, and then we have these things called kangaroo rats. And the kangaroo rats are really cute.
Yeah.
And I almost like, I think they're the same damn thing. But like people are like, no, the pack rats like are rats and they scurry like this, and the kangaroo rats actually do like bounce. But
I am not a rat person.
yeah, I mean, I don't want them in my.
Rats.
I don't want them in my house for sure, but I mean,
I do. I want one.
yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I said that to Travis, and he acted like I told him that I wanted to like get a skin disease.
I'm on
why?
Travis.
For what?
I'm on Travis's
They're
team.
so delightful though. Like they're super smart and they're super clean and they are really social. So you can get two of them and they'll entertain each other.
No.
The reason I won't get them is because their lifespan is too short, and I'm emotionally not capable of dealing with that.
Yeah.
It's like
Their
3 to 5
lifespan.
years in captivity or something. Nah, dog.
Yeah.
No.
I need my cat. Like my cat's 16 and a half and
Mhm.
she's like getting there and I'm like, oh. And it's been 16 years and I'm yeah.
Yeah.
Camille wants to know what our biggest accomplishments of this year are.
Yeah, I know. She asked it, and I was like,
Biggest accomplishments.
And she meant writing wise.
Right.
Oh,
It's a hard
it
question.
has to be writing wise. I was gonna say
It might be a little easier for some of us who actually like released things. Those of us who talked a whole lot about releasing things we didn't actually finish, not so much.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel really attacked by that. So
how many things did you release this year? No, that's not entirely true.
that is.
Yeah,
I
because you
haven't
have your
released-
Deer Island Chronicles.
Yeah, it's
you
like
released
20.
Oh, but
Yeah,
that came
every
out
week.
like that originally came out last year. It wasn't like
But you're still
Right.
releasing on it though.
Yeah, like every week you post something new, or every 2 weeks, or
Not
I haven't
anymore, right?
released
Not right
anything
now. But you
in
have
like
this
2
year.
months. That's true.
I'm-
Okay, fair enough.
I'm
That
trying
is
to
my
throw
biggest.
you.
Sorry, thank you.
Take the life raft, CJ. Stop drowning.
I like struggling. No, that is a good point. I will take that. That is my
Yeah.
biggest. I actually have something that's being published.
I just wanted to say hi. And,
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Camille had NaNoWriMo publish one of her articles on their blog, and she finished a debut. That's awesome.
That's super awesome.
That is really awesome.
That's a big year.
Okay, I'll talk about me. I feel awkward, but I'm gonna do it. I finished and I published my first cozy this year and my second one. So that was cool because I hadn't done that before. And I partnered up with Nano, which was pretty awesome. And I started Writer's Workshop, which was like so much fun. And I love that project. And I'm so glad that people like actually do it. And we started AuthorTube News, and that's a thing that's existing. And I'm pumped about that. Like I had a way more productive year than I really feel like I did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like my expectations are much bigger than realistic output.
Yeah,
You know?
mine too.
Mhm.
So I really need to be like happy with what I did do.
Or at the
Instead
very
of-
least, be at peace with it.
Yeah, instead of focusing on everything that I didn't do and feeling like a failure.
Right. Right. And because it's much easier to look at all the things that we had planned at the beginning of the year and that we didn't accomplish versus all of the things that we did accomplish that are equally as awesome, like AuthorTube News. I mean, that's awesome because it covers so much and not everybody is able to. You guys talk about articles that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, we're going over here to find out what the heck this is all about, you know? But we are assholes to ourselves. And so we focus on all the stuff that we didn't do. And then we beat ourselves up. And we really have to stop doing that. We really do.
No doubt.
The
Dina,
human
did you
mind
finish your
tends to
book this
focus
year?
more heavily on creativity or on negativity than positivity.
Yeah.
It's I don't know why it's wired that way, but it sure is wired that way.
Yeah. I did. I published my book in February and it feels like forever ago. But I did. And then I had planned on publishing book 2 this year. And I still haven't finished it, but that's okay. I started it.
You're still working on it. You haven't
That's right.
quit,
That's
you
right.
know?
Well, and not only that, but based on the feedback that I was getting from the reviews of book 1, it took me down a different path because people were like, hey, we want more of this other character. And so not only am I working on book 2, but I'm working on like a 1.5 to give the readers what they want more of. And they're both just very big projects. And so I think it was a really bad thing to put that kind of stress on me. But the fact that I keep going back to it and I keep working on it, that's what I keep doing. And I also released my author website, and I listened to some of the AuthorTube workshop, or no, writers workshop, which helped me like strengthen my newsletters and other stuff. So
Me
I think
too,
I might.
Yeah, that has been
Yeah.
huge
I was-
for me.
I was gonna say, I'm glad that you're gonna continue doing it next year, because this year I was like, you know what, I'd really like to get in on that, but I had so much other things going on that I was like, no, I don't want to add one more thing. But now I'm like, you know what, I can drop these other things and definitely participate in that. 'Cause-
Yay!
yeah, absolutely.
That's
I mean,
exciting.
there's so much to learn through those books. And I have craft books, but unless I'm stuck on something, I don't open them. I'm like,
Right.
oh,
Same, girl. Absolutely the same.
yeah.
And Sarah,
So-
did you start doing the AuthorTube newbies this year?
Yes, I started that. Actually, that was like the very beginning of the year when I started it. So
And that's been huge. That's been such a big way for people to come into the community and get greeted. And then like the way you have your stream set up, I don't know how many people have said that the first time that they did a live stream was with you.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that, yes, you've accomplished some shit. And stop putting yourself down like an asshole.
Yeah.
that's,
I will defend you to yourself to the death.
Yep. Well,
I think
and
we
not
have to do
only
that for each other.
Absolutely. But not only that, but Sarah, whether she wants to acknowledge it or not, has found all of the new author tubes and has introduced them to us. And we have become a much larger community where it's not just the big author tubers. Now everybody's being included and we're growing. And so, whether you want to admit it or not, there are so many small channels that would still be in the shadows had you not done all of that hard work and brought them to the light. So I know you hate to hear it, but you are an incredible human being. And I'm glad that you are part of my life. In fact, I posted it on Facebook. All 4 of you are part of that post I put on there. Okay.
Aww.
There's a post. Well, I'll look at it.
It's all mushy and smushy and I was like, oh, I should tag all my friends in there, and I was like, well, I'm gonna forget somebody and somebody's gonna get their feelings hurt, and I was like, it's about everybody. It's about
Right.
everybody who it is truly about knows who they are. So
Well, thank you. You guys don't have to say nice things about me. I appreciate it though, and
Well,
it makes
of course
me all
we
weird and
don't.
awkward. So I'm sorry. Just
Well,
catch behind me.
we don't have to say nice things, but 'tis the season. La, la,
right.
la.
That's right. I may not be able to send you gifts, but I will shower you in gifts of kindness.
Gifts of love.
That's right. That's right.
We really should probably wrap up though, because we've been on here for now like 2.5 hours. So, and I know everybody has other stuff to do on Friday nights, and I finished off this bottle of wine, so I gotta go figure out how to get this box open.
Right.
I'm gonna order a sub.
I think that we. Oh yeah, you're getting Italian subs.
Yeah, I am, dude. I'm so hyped.
You derailed her entire thought. That's amazing.
Oh, that is so awesome, E. Southworth. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy it. And make sure you leave a review so I know what you want more of. Oh, I was gonna say the other
That's really nice.
The other really cool thing that Sarah did was she went to like those library things and taught people.
You represented AuthorTube
right.
and talked to people in like real time.
It was really weird.
I know.
What the fuck?
I'm
like, oh my god, other people are made of flesh? This doesn't make sense to me.
This isn't right. You're not digital.
I know. I was like, how did it feel to be amongst real humans?
So weird.
Whoa. My eyes look really good. Hey, you guys, these are new glasses.
I like them.
I really do like them. Yeah.
Thank you. I literally just brought that up so I could get compliments. I did.
That's all right. That's a fair point.
I did notice them before, but I couldn't remember if I didn't want to look down.
Yeah, these ones have like that happening.
Yeah.
And the other ones were like, so these are like tortoise shell.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the other ones were black.
Yeah.
Black like my heart.
Like your heart.
Yeah.
Well, Mary is going to be joining us because her schedule changed, so she doesn't have to work early mornings.
Yay!
So I will be,
stuff.
I will be looking forward to having you in my chats on Monday mornings.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Mine are more like Monday afternoons for most people, but I hope to see you. Or Monday, Thursday. Oh my God.
Whatever day it is, it's a day.
Whatever day, it's a day.
I know. If the sun is shining, it's a day.
Word. All right, why don't we do our quick promos before we get out of here, you guys? Go the same way I went, except you guys moved. CJ.
Hello, I'm CJ Boyer, and you can read my serial young adult fantasy down below at the South Tree Island Chronicles. I forgot what it was for a second. And you can follow me on Twitter, where I tend to retweet a lot of other tube stuff. So
But you're awesome at retweeting.
Yes.
Gotta be good at something on the social media because Lord knows it's not about posting.
You and me both.
All right, Tamara.
Hi, my name is Tamara Woods, and I have a channel that is in the description, I'm pretty sure. And over there, you will find me trying to upload this freaking video. I don't know what's going on with my computer, but I haven't been able to upload a full video in like a week and a half. So once that happens, that'll be cool. Also, I've kind of gone on hiatus for all of my projects except for doing the write-in live stream. But so next month, my Write Stuff chat on Tuesdays will be back, and Writers Workshop and AuthorTube News. And I should be finishing a couple books for the beginning of the year. So, you should subscribe to my channel because there's going to be stuff and I'll be talking about it.
That'll be
That's
exciting.
all.
So go do that if you haven't done that.
Yeah, do it.
Absolutely.
I'd love to get to 2,000 before the end of the year. That would be crazy.
That would be awesome.
We're awesome.
It's not going to happen, but that would be amazing.
How many away from 2,000? Because we can stalk some people and make them.
I'm like 200 away. It's impossible.
That's right. We are a tribe of author tubers. We will find them. So, and on that note,
Yeah, it's Dana's turn.
yay! I'm Dana Gollin, and you can find all of my good stuff, including my novel, The Awakening, at my website, danagollinwrites.com. And that's pretty much all I got.
Yep, and that is down below too. So
Yay!
spelling is not an excuse. The words are not coming out of my face like words work.
Oh, I'm like, what are we spelling? Because
No,
I'm
words
gonna
aren't
lose.
working in my face. So, and I am Sarah Scharnenberg, and this is my channel, and I do this every Friday night with whoever comes and hangs out with me. So, yeah, if you are interested in hanging out with us, send me a message, and I will add you to the list. Otherwise, I also put out videos on Sundays, and then YouTubers alternating weeks, sort of, but I actually have a really small list right now, so I'm probably going to wait till after New Year's to post the first one. So there we go. So we will see you guys all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, and whatnot. But yeah, have a good one.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Happy solstice!
Don't say happy holidays. We're fighting the world Christmas.